I'm here today to introduce you to the Living Library, the project, which started, it's almost 3 years ago now. I initiated the Living Library here in Lismore. It started originally in Denmark in the year 2000 and thought I'd like to have something like this happen in my own community. It's conversation by conversation, bringing people together. What grabbed me right away was it's such a simple way of bringing people together. Sit them down together and let them talk. Kidney failure, organ donation life after transplant, and this is what the book, the person wrote about herself. Making one-on-one connections is such, or can be such a strong way of breaking down barriers. So it's really taking it a long way, this analogy with books. The great opportunity is to bring people together who are unlikely to speak together. We'll have a bit of a practice of the actual living library, you as a living book and a reader, and then swapping over.
She came to me at council in my capacity as a community development officer because I work across different groups, and here was a project that said, how about we bring people together in conversation to break down the barriers?
Yes, just go ahead and start.
The quality of the living books was really important for the success of the project, and so we needed to be sure that the people who were signing up, volunteering to be living books, were actually going to be people who could engage well in conversation. We're not asking people to be more than who they are.
Good, keep going, keep going.
The orientation helps people be very clear about what the purpose of a living library is, that the living books get the opportunity to have an experience of it in the safe environment and to get feedback from other people about how they are in the conversations.
Communication not being just language.
Then we talked with the group about how it was their right not to answer all the questions and how they might do that. One person, for example, said, oh, look, if someone asked me a question I didn't really want to answer, I'd say, look, sorry, that page has been ripped from the book. You know, so people came up with really creative ways where they felt empowered to not answer every question. We also made it clear in that orientation session that if at any stage the living book felt uncomfortable, a bit frightened, that all they had to do was kind of let us know.
Might finish on this positive note, and look, I wish you a successful day tomorrow.
It's been so successful, not only in Lismore, but that little inspiration then led to a national project which has grown to, you know, over 70 living libraries in Australia.
Yay! Come to the Redlands Living Library!
This is our third living library, and we probably do it about every 4 months. It's been very, very popular. We've found at first it's a little bit overwhelming, but we did find that as long as we give ourselves enough lead-up time, that it works out well. Our organising committee went to Lismore City Libraries to see a living library in action. There's a living library resource kit on the Libraries Australia website. We talked to people in the community development department about the sort of people that we might like to interview. We looked at issues that we had in the Redlands, and we chose books based on those types of issues. This living library, we've got Christian, who's a graphic artist, and we're hoping that younger people will come and actually listen to his story. So we've got a marketing plan for the Living Library, and as far as promoting the event, we developed a poster, a flyer, that sort of thing, and it helped us from that point on with different living libraries in that we could use those same flyers and posters without having to do anything other than changing the date on the flyer.
Last year we got an idea to run the Seniors Week event at the Nimbin Hall in participation with the Living Library. We were really excited by the theme of the Living Library called Don't Judge Book by Its Cover. Welcome to Let's Talk Together. I'm going to invite Cecil Roberts to give us a little chat, and welcome to country. Thank you.
It's a nice opportunity to meet the senior citizens, and it's good to see you all. Have a nice afternoon, and thank you very much.
We've become a very fragmented, isolated type of society. People sit at home in front of their computers, the internet. We have this fantasy or this illusion of greater connectedness, whereas in fact we have greater isolation. A living library counters that to a degree.
Most people had to run away, and I arrived here last February.
If you're only doing it once, you put all your energy into making it happen, and when it's over, you can go home and relax.
It's wore my dress. That was the only important part.
With an ongoing living library, there's a need for constant resourcing. You need the money from somewhere, or you need a building, you need someone's public liability insurance, and you need to keep a supply of living books and promote.
Well, this is the big lobby in government, of course.
Living libraries are a microcosm of the community that we spend 24 hours a day in.
Those things that make us different, then we can more easily recognise the things that make us the same.
They give us an opportunity to open up doors and windows that we would never normally open. So it's an inspirational opportunity to learn.